What's up and welcome to the channel. My name is Headshot and thank you guys for joining us. Today we are going to do a quick review on the Tactical Walls Concealment Flag Shelf. This is an awesome surface mounted shelf and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, tell you maybe how you can use it in your home. And this is one of the cooler options that you can get from these guys, because not only does it just look great in your home, it serves that dual purpose of hidden home defense, which we're going to carry into. Now, one other thing cool about this is even if you don't own a home, even if you rent, this thing can be hung with drywall anchors. Okay, so it's not as obtrusive as maybe like the rifle shelf that we did 6 months ago, where it's pretty much a permanent kind of thing. You want to leave it there for a while. This thing can be moved around, and you'll have to patch up small holes, but it's not that obtrusive. And especially if you're a renter and you don't have the option to just leave it there forever, you can actually move this thing, which is pretty cool. Really quick, want to point out one of our patrons for the week, Wendy. She's been a patron now for a couple of months. We really appreciate her support, and we're supported in many different ways, and Patreon is a huge way in which we're supported. So come over, check out the extra content we have for you guys over there. I think you will enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get started. What you see here is a combination of two awesome companies. Tactical Walls, of course, and Flags of Valor. Flags of Valor is a combat veteran-owned company that I honestly didn't know about until I actually got this concealment flag from Tactical Walls. But combat-owned, 47 veterans work for the company, and all handcrafted U.S.-made products. Okay, so that's what you see on the front is their product. And of course, to keep with proper American flag etiquette, the flag is hung the right way, and also it opens off to the left. Okay, so nice little details. And one thing you'll notice, and we're gonna of course give you guys some up close, is none of these flags are the same. Okay, this is made of pine wood, and it is heavily treated, all right, with a sealer. And the way they do it is they almost do it in what they describe as a distress style. So no two flags are going to be the same. You're going to have knots in different places of the wood, hand painted. So just knowing that you're getting one of these and it's not going to be exactly like somebody else. The knots are going to be in different places, and there's going to be almost imperfections in it, but imperfections in a good way, because like I said, this is the subdued option, and you can get the traditional option too, which looks really nice as well. But you just have those little imperfections that make this such a nice piece, in my opinion. You know, it kind of looks war-torn, battle-torn, but still there in a way. I don't know. I really like the way they approach this this style. Okay. Now, getting to the Tactical Walls portion, which is kind of behind the scenes, what you won't really see is the base of this thing. And when you get this, we're gonna go ahead and open this up. This is one of their magnetized locks. Okay, it's not the RFID scanner. So what you're gonna do, it's gonna come with a painted sticker on here, so you can peel that off once you learn where the magnet is. And what you do is you slide it over. You'll hear that lock engage, and now you can just slide it off to the left, and there you go. Now the base, whenever you install this thing, it's super easy. I didn't take any video doing it because the instructions are sufficient on this. But you have little tabs here. You can pull the front cover off, and then you just have the base to work with. And then you got 4 screws that you put in predetermined places. They recommend that you find at least one stud, so you can hang a stud on at least one side, which is the way I have it here. And then I have drywall anchors on this side. 3 compartments, different sizes here. So 12.5 by 9.5, 12.5 by 8.5, and 12.5 by 6, and they're all 1.5 inches thick. Now what's cool is they give you a magnet up top for the biggest compartment. All right, so you have the Smith & Wesson Model 610, review coming very soon. You take it, boom, right there. And then you can add magnets, especially for this bottom one. If you wanted to add a magnet like right there, you could do that. Let me move the flashlight. You could do that with plenty of room to clear the flag or the door opening on this. And then I just put a little flashlight there to show you guys. You can pretty much do this any way you want. The base is made of ABS plastic, a mix of ABS plastic and poplar. And like what you'd expect from tactical walls, it's all quality stuff, quality wood on the backing, and then of course the plastic interior. And really you can do pretty much whatever you want to do with this, as long as it's a pistol. Of course, you're not going to be able to fit a rifle in here, especially with the compartments the way they're set up. And then of course you have the magnet lock. All right, and what I've found is, you know, maybe even I could set this up a little bit higher and nobody's going to be looking for something like this. And this is the great part about these things, is when you see this, you're not going to think of gun. You know, criminals are going to look for the quick thing. They can come in, they can get out, and that's it. They're not going to be trying to figure out if you have hidden compartments in your house, you know, especially with limited time. They're not going to be trying to figure out if you have hidden compartments with guns or jewelry or anything on the inside of them. So that makes this definitely a good option. So what I did is I did set this up in a strategic way inside my house. So in our bedroom, we have the rifle length shelf, okay? But assuming that I can't get to that for whatever reason, this is right outside my bedroom door. So I walk out my bedroom door, I can come over to this thing, hit the lock, slide it open, and now I have multiple guns at my disposal, aimed at the front door, or I can pivot to the back door, whichever way I need to do that. But most of the time, this thing is just going to be hanging in my house. So even with the position that it's in, God forbid, never even have to open this thing in self-defense. It just looks really nice on the wall where it's at. Okay, so I tried to pick one of those places where it's going to look nice, essentially 100% of the time, assuming that, you know, 0.1%, you know, chance happens that somebody breaks in while we're here. I do have that option, and it's quick to get to. And one nice thing is, if you don't have magnets or you don't want to use magnets on the bottom shelves, these shelves are deep enough where you can actually just set the gun on there. The cover will close, and when you open it back up, there you don't have to worry about them falling off. Just kind of put it at an angle. Plus with this lining that they put in here so you don't scratch your guns or anything like that. On the bottom or on the top two, you have that. So these things actually stay really nicely in place, and you don't have to worry about buying magnets as soon as you get it. But magnets are cheap enough. You could just do it and do all three magnetized. But I just wanted to point that out. If you don't have magnets, it's not a big deal. They can just sit on the shelf and you don't have to worry about them falling off. As long as you put them at an angle back towards the back of this, then you're good to go. So you got two different ways that you can approach this, okay? Say you hear somebody blatantly kicking in the door. You're not worried about noise. I would go in, get the magnet, get it open, drop the magnet, and get eyes on target. If you're concerned with somebody snooping around your house and you don't want to be as noisy, maybe you would open it up, put the magnet back on top, you know, and grab your gun and check things out. One thing you absolutely want to do with this shelf, though, is you want to practice with it, okay? Because you only have, you have like, I don't know, maybe a half of an inch to play with here before that magnet disengages the lock. So if you miss that, right, and then you try to open it, but it's already locked back, and then you try to run the magnet over again, there's something with the magnet or the lock itself where you try to slide it over, it's not going to open up. You got to push back down on it and then open it up. Okay, so see how that happened? It engaged and disengaged so quickly that you just want to take a little bit of extra time and make sure that you practice with this thing, because it can be very stressful, obviously, if somebody's in your home and you don't have a lot of room to play with there. I mean, you really don't. So you want to make sure that you don't miss it, try to open it, and then you're scrambling doing this. You know, that could be bad. So just make sure you practice with it. As goofy as it may look, you just see me do it. You make sure you practice with it and know where that disengage point is at, and make sure that you're good with that, okay? So I pretty much covered the uses right there, all right? You can hide jewelry or money along with a pistol in case something like that happens, while showing your patriotism off at the same time. So I encourage you to follow the link down below where you can use our discount code on these things, save 10% off. I believe they retail at like $375. So you could save quite a bit of money actually with our discount code. And check out Flags of Valor too, because they have a lot of awesome American flag. I believe they only make American flag handcrafted wooden flags for your home. So a lot of cool things. And I believe they make things for desktops and all that kind of stuff. So check them out as well. They seem like a really awesome company. This product right here, like I said, it is wall mounted. You can't mount it on the inside of the wall if you wanted to do a cutout, because then you won't be able to get to your lock and it won't slide open and all that kind of stuff. But if you're looking for something surface mounted, like I said, that you can show off your patriotism with, this is a good option. Another nice product from Tactical Walls. We appreciate their support. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.